Air Force One is currently in international waters for the first time in history, flying over the recently renamed Gulf of America. Please enjoy the flight, and we are now about to head westbound to Super Bowl 59.
Wow, yeah. He did that well. That's a good... Make America great again, right? That's what we care about. Okay, here we go. So this is a famous pen now.
So now that Donald Trump officially signed the proclamation renaming the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America, along with several other executive orders, we're seeing a mixed reaction right now in the crypto market over the past 24 hours with some projects like Cardano, PulseX, Tau, Virtual's Caspa up, 5 to 10%, whereas some other projects are down 5 to 10%. So in this video, we have some powerful information to share with you guys about what's coming to the crypto market, specifically in America, what's about to happen for FTX creditor repayments, crypto leaders calling on Congress to enact clear regulations for the crypto market, and what this will do to the altcoins in your portfolio that you need to be ready for. And we're going to dive into the charts to show you exactly what's happening with some of your favorite projects like HBAR, XLM, XDC, and of course, Ripple's XRP. Plus, if you stick all the way to the end, I'm going to share with you what's happening with Bitcoin's dominance and why now is more important than ever before to lock in and pay attention to the altcoin market, because if you don't, then you may miss the biggest opportunities this bull run has to offer before the next major breakout. So you guys are going to love this video. Comment 777 if you're feeling blessed. If you're feeling bullish, let's run it. All right, bull runners, welcome back to the channel. So everyone wants to know, when is the next major move and breakout going to happen in the crypto market, not only for Bitcoin, but for every single altcoin? Because with Trump in office claiming to make America the crypto capital of the world, there's some major cleanup that needs to be done before this can happen. So when I dive into the charts by the end of this video, you're going to get a crystal clear understanding of what's coming next in the markets. Now, obviously, we can't know with 100% certainty, but we can use data to give us the best idea on how to properly prepare ourselves, because billions of dollars of fraud, waste, and abuse has already been found in the investigation of our incompetently run government. Now, certain activists and highly political judges want us to slow down or stop. Losing this momentum will be very detrimental to finding the truth, which is turning out to be a disaster for those involved in running our government. Much left to find, no excuses. So this is what Donald Trump just posted. And speaking of corruption, FTX, one of the biggest exchanges last bull run that shut down, that caused investors to lose millions and even billions of dollars in November of 2022, pretty much at the final capitulation in the altcoin market, to drop from 600 billion all the way down to about 400 billion dollars, virtually at the bottom. The worst news was hitting the market. Well, this just in, FTX is going to start their $16 billion creditor repayments on February 18th, 2025. So just 1 week from right now, with 6.5 to 7 billion in the first phase. And payouts are based on November 2022 prices. And this money isn't just going back to anyone. This is going back to people that were bullish on crypto. And so there's lots of comments on this post right here. For example, FTX victims getting fiat crumbs while Bitcoin soared past their exit price. Another lesson: trust Bitcoin, not exchanges. Hold your own keys, which is what we teach you guys inside of Altcoin Pro through the link below. When you click on Classroom right here, scroll down to where it says Ironclad Crypto Security Strategy, and go through all of these lessons right here that talks about a major warning for centralized exchanges, ranking different centralized crypto exchanges based on their safety and security, different crypto wallets you guys can use, seed phrases, best practices, fine-tuning your crypto security preferences, and avoiding cryptocurrency scams like FTX. And we have our entire crypto security toolkit, like how to create a dedicated crypto email, understand and utilizing VPNs, creating your MetaMask wallet, setting up your Brave browser, setting up your MetaMask for multiple devices, setting up Rabbit Wallet, Phantom Wallet, Kepler Wallet, Trezor cold storage, storing your seed phrases, Dex Screener, CoinGecko walkthrough, and everything in between. We did our best to leave no stones left unturned for you guys, so that way you can not only make a lot of money in crypto, but preserve your capital as well too. A lot of people don't talk about that. And so new people come into the market, they make money on some meme coin doing a 5x, 10x, whatever, but then they get hacked and they get scammed or they get rug pulled and they just lose everything. So how you can ensure your survival and not only your success, but survival. You want to survive multiple bear markets and bull runs, then get started with Altcoin Pro, guys. It's only $97 and we have a 30-day money back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. So the good news here for FTX creditors is that a specific date has emerged for the start of repayments. The bad news is that the payments will be at the November 2022 prices. And since then, the entire market has increased massively in value. So that means the lenders have missed out on the potential profits where they could have put that money into the markets, but it's still better than nothing. And plus, with what I'm going to share with you in a little bit on the charts, that could be one of the major catalysts in the dominoes that sends the altcoin market to the upside for the next major breakout. And also, major crypto leaders, CEOs, have been calling on Congress to enact clear regulations, warning the US that they will fall behind as global rivals push crypto-friendly policies in other countries. So the hearing that's happening right now, we've seen Senator Loomis tell Fed Chair Jerome Powell that he made a mess of Silicon Valley Bank and there's a deliberate lack of understanding of digital asset policy by the Fed. And Jerome Powell also said he is struck by the growing number of cases of debanked Bitcoin and crypto firms, and he is determined to take a fresh look at that.
Just look at the mess the Fed made of Silicon Valley Bank. And I contend that there is a lack of understanding that is deliberate on the part of the Fed with respect to digital asset policy. So the Constitution says Congress is your boss, but somehow your staff have not gotten that message. So, Chairman Powell, do you commit on behalf of yourself and the Federal Reserve staff to comply fully with all document demands issued by this committee in a timely manner?
Sure.
Will you instruct your staff to be complete in their responses and not to obstruct the oversight functions of this committee?
You know, we always work with the committee to be responsive to your requests. Sometimes they're beyond our capacity to respond to, and we work with committee and with committee staff to do that, but we're always responsive to committee requests.
Do you commit to disciplining or removing any staff that are found to have engaged in debanking activity furthering Operation Choke Point 2.0 or other misconduct?
I can't make an open-ended commitment to remove anybody, but I will tell you that I am struck, and my colleagues and I are struck by the growing number of cases of what appears to be debanking, and we're determined to take a fresh look at that.
Also, there's so many more things that were covered in this live hearing, from Jerome Powell testifying before the Senate committee on monetary policy. And if you guys want to see the most important parts of that, then make sure you follow us on Twitter at BULLRUNNERS HQ. We have about 9,500 followers, and we provide additional news, information on the crypto market, what's happening each and every single day, multiple posts per day. So make sure you give us a follow. I'll leave a link in the description of this video to our Twitter account. And also, if XRP hits $5 before March 1st, we're going to give away 100 XRP. So that's about $500 to one person who likes this post and is following us. So make sure you check that out. Only 151 people have liked this post, so you actually have a pretty good chance of winning if XRP hits $5. But look at what this hearing is titled. It says a golden age of digital assets, charting a path forward. We keep seeing that term, golden age. And the reason why is this right here. Legislation is coming, guys. Look at all of these things that are being covered: expressing support for blockchain technology, digital assets, Financial Regulation Act, New Frontiers and Technology Act, Digital Global and Electronic Bridge, Digital Assets Act, and also to require the SEC, CFTC, and the Secretary of the Treasury to jointly carry out a study on decentralized finance, along with the Stablecoin Transparency and Accountability for a Better Ledger Economy Act of 2025. So the path forward is clear. This year is going to be absolutely massive for the crypto market.
IBIT was a game changer. It made crypto available to everybody. And now we're entering what I think is a golden age of crypto. You've got a president who's pro-crypto. You've got a crypto czar. I don't know what that is, but if I'm a crypto bull, that's got to be good.
Sounds good.
Yeah, you've got an SEC that's pro-crypto. I mean, the Eric Balchunas meme coin has got to be out like any day now, I would assume. So, you know, I think that crypto is something you want to have in your portfolio.
And I covered this in my video yesterday, and I also shared this inside of Altcoin Pro with a post that we made on Twitter back in September of 2024, talking about the breakout down here and backtest of the previous range. And look at what happened right here for total 3. That's exactly what we saw. So it would be quite coincidental if we see the altcoin market start to blast off over the next several months because of how these market cycles play out and how these breakouts and back tests happen during an entire bull market that catches all new investors off guard, because these shake out a lot of people. And when the breakouts happen, they happen very, very fast. And the best way to prepare for them is just to be in the markets and hold a lot of crypto before they happen. Because when virtually everyone out there is screaming that we're at the end of the bull run and that the market is going to crash, well, what if instead of the end, it was the beginning for altcoins? Because when we look at this chart that he posted right here, well, this is comparable back to what happened before the massive breakout on the Bitcoin price chart. Now, he didn't post what indicator this is, but as you can see, very similarly to where we were in the past, this was right before Bitcoin drastically passed the all-time high. And sure, we are above the all-time high, or the previous all-time high of like $60,000 because we're at 100K now. But this indicator is showing that we are just starting the breakout for Bitcoin. And towards the end of this video, I'm going to talk about Bitcoin's dominance and show you guys why we haven't even seen a real altcoin blast off or breakout yet in bull run for the favorite projects that you hold. Because last bull run, when we saw this back test take place in December of 2020, well, then the market broke out to the high. And in February, you can see this choppiness right here on the left-hand side of the screen before continuing the uptrend to inevitably top out at roughly $980 billion before the next major correction. So very similar to last bull run during that phase when total 3 was consolidating below the all-time high. Look on the right-hand side of the screen at where total 3 is at, consolidating below the all-time high. So if you want more money to invest in the crypto market,
did you know that there's billions of dollars in federal cash for businesses that lost revenue and struggled to pay their W-2 employees due to the 2020 to 2021 government shutdown that caused massive supply chain issues? So if you have, or you know, any businesses that have W-2 employees, you could qualify for up to $26,000 per employee with no maximum limit through the Federal Employee Retention Credit Program when you click the link in the description of this video. Now, this isn't a loan, it's an IRS cash refund, and businesses have been getting back hundreds of thousands of dollars through this over the last few years. So to see if you qualify, all you need to do is click the link in the description below this video right now to schedule a free consultation with a dedicated ERC expert. But you have to act fast because the deadline to apply and share with as many businesses as possible is April 15th this year. And you can also sign up as an affiliate below, share with businesses that have W-2 employees, and earn 2% on their refunds. All they do is they simply click your link, they schedule a consultation before April 15th, and they will see how much they qualify to get back. So this is a great way to get money back in your pocket to invest in the crypto market before the next major breakout. And most businesses have missed out on this credit because the ERC qualifications have changed 3 times over the years. So if you were told in the past that you didn't qualify for this, there's actually a chance now that you do qualify. So click the link below, schedule a free consultation today, and let's help you get some money back in your pocket this bull run. And if you know any businesses that have W-2 employees, sign up as an affiliate right now through the link below. Share your link with as many businesses as possible before April 15th, and let's get you paid.
So check that out, see if you qualify, because before the bull run ends, if you have more money to just dump in the crypto market, for example, the Visa MasterCard deal that we shared with you guys, we're helping businesses get back millions of dollars. Look at the final approval amount right here, $5 million. And while results aren't guaranteed, obviously, the worst case scenario is you just see what you qualify for. And best case scenario is you qualify for something and you have more money to put into crypto. Really simple. Because how you make money in crypto is you buy low, you sell high. Now, I'm not going to give you financial advice. You know these videos are purely for education, informational purposes only. So I'm not going to tell you to buy HBAR. I'm not going to tell you to sell HBAR or XLM or XDC or XRP or other altcoins. I'm just going to share with you data and what I see, and then I'm just going to share with you what I'm doing with my portfolio and when I'm buying or when I'm selling inside of Altcoin Pro University. But here's what we're looking at on the chart right now for HBAR. I have the stochastic RSI, the relative strength index, and the MACD up on the daily. So the first thing that we're going to look at is the stochastic RSI. Right now, the D line in orange is at 8, the K line is at 7. So anytime we see both of these lines below 20, which is where we're at right now, that means that the cryptocurrency that we're looking at, in this case, Hedera Hashgraph HBAR, is relatively oversold compared to the past. Now, also we can see that with this tariff news wick down here at about 17, 18 cents, it was a perfect back test off of resistance all the way over here on the 23rd of April of 2024 when the markets attempted a breakout and inevitably saw a sell-off before HBAR exploded with the other ISO compliant projects. Now, in my opinion, these American cryptocurrencies are going to do the best this bull run, plus their ISO 222 standard messaging projects as well. So when Swift fully implements by the end of this year in November, I expect these projects to do well even before then, leading up to that, because, you know, people buy the rumors, they buy the news, and then when the event actually takes place, I expect November to be the end of the bull run at like the latest. And I'm going to share more data to back that up in this video. So keep watching, because we have sold off from 40 cents all the way down to 18 cents, and we're currently sitting right here at about 23 cents, while the stochastic RSI has been oversold since the 28th of January. Now, looking at the relative strength index, we can see that the RSI is at 35, and we've been in a downtrend since the 18th of November. So even if the RSI rolls over and goes down below 20, eventually I would expect the RSI to bounce to the upside back to this descending resistance. And so sure, altcoins could see another shakeout event back down to backtest previous levels of resistance as support and work our way through here before we see the next liquidity injection in the market to inevitably break this downtrend for the relative strength index and also the price chart to put in new highs. So that's why we look for confluence across multiple indicators. So it's a good sign that the stochastic RSI is oversold. Also the RSI, it's relatively oversold at 34 compared back to the past. And also the MACD line is below the signal line and also below 0, but we can see momentum shifting over from bearish on the histogram, and we see these pink bars right here as momentum rotates. So eventually I would expect there to be a bullish cross where the MACD line in blue crosses above the signal line in orange. And usually what happens is a bullish cross below 0 doesn't necessarily mean we go up right away. It just means that momentum is slowing down for the current trend, which is a downtrend. And eventually that's going to flip back to bullish momentum for a trend reversal. And so we have a key resistance level that we're watching all the way up here that we're just below right now. It acted as support all the way after this breakout on the 9th of December. You can see right here on the 21st of December. We can see right here on the 13th of January. So I would expect HBAR to face some resistance within this. And then I would expect there to be a bullish cross at some point, followed by one final shakeout event down here. For the people that are longing right here, you don't want to long into resistance. What I do is I wait for this resistance to break and hold as support. Otherwise, you're just buying into a resistance and we see a final shakeout event. And then that liquidates the long traders before the market can finally reverse to the upside after that. Because we can also see fake outs where it looks like there's going to be a bullish cross and then it doesn't happen for a period of time. For example, right here on the 30th of January, when HBAR broke out from 6 cents, it was attempting to make a recovery and then had one final sell-off for a double bottom right here by the 4th of February. And then the breakout took place to clear this resistance right here, back test it as support by like the 12th of February, and then the breakout from there. So this right here is just simply a falling wedge. And on falling wedges, we don't wait for the price to break a descending resistance, because as you guys can see, there's the high, lower high, lower high, lower high. We broke the descending resistance right here on the 26th of January, but this can lead to fake outs. As you can see right here, this was a massive fake out on the MACD because it looked like a bullish cross was going to take place. Because look at the histogram. You can see bearish momentum right here, shifting back over to bullish momentum to go back to 0 on the histogram. A bullish cross was about to happen, and then whammy, didn't happen. Price got rejected, came all the way back down for a double bottom. The MACD line reversed back to the downside, stayed below the signal line, and then the bullish cross took place on the 5th of February, right here at the bottom at the best possible entry point. And so rather than buying the breakout, or even rather than buying the low right here, because this could have been another fake out, we could have seen the MACD line reverse back to the downside below the signal line, we look for a breakout and a back test. So that would be right here by like the 12th of February, because as you can see, the MACD line drastically shot above the signal line, and on the back test, we were seeing positive momentum on the histogram as well too. And then you just set proper stop losses below your entry point, depending on your risk to reward ratio. So if I just clear the chart right here, and I just trace that over to where we're at right now, this is what it would look like. Now, obviously, it's not going to look 100% like this, but this is why you have to be careful, because we still see the MACD line in blue below the signal line in orange, even with the histogram momentum shifting, we could still potentially see a fake out, even with a breakout back into this zone that I just showed you guys of resistance, followed by a potential double bottom. And it could be a higher low than this wick down here, or it could come all the way back down here before we see a breakout, back test, and then inevitably a trend reversal to clear the high of the 3rd of December at like 39 cents. And it was even the same high all the way right here on the 17th of January. So for a major trend reversal, we need to see that high clear where we break this range, form a new range, and then we just simply back test that range as support before seeing the blow off top for the market. That's what I would expect to happen for something like HBAR. And that major breakout of the range would come with the blast off phase for total 3, which is the crypto total market cap excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. HBAR is included in that. Now for XLM's price chart, what's happening right now reminds me of what happened during this phase after November of 2020, even after January 2021. You could see these stair stepper breakouts right here. So on the left-hand side of the screen, if I were to draw resistances and support, you can see on this breakout right here by the 24th of November to like 23 cents, this was the highest resistance. Then we just simply did an A, B, C corrective wave to the bottom. And if I zoom in here for you guys, you can see the same thing that I just showed you for HBAR happened to XLM. We attempted a breakout into a zone of resistance that was support on this A wave right here to bounce to the upside. So we got rejected right here on the 24th of December. And so even though we saw a bullish cross on the stochastic RSI on the 24th of December, this is where you watch for fake outs, because massive centralized exchanges, even decentralized exchanges, they have market makers that watch liquidation heat maps to see where these levels will liquidate people. And so this is why we watch multiple things. You don't want to just watch one indicator. We need to look at levels of resistance, level of support as well too, because as you can see, this bullish cross was confirmed down here. And then we just saw it reverse back to the downside with a bearish cross right here at like 36 on the stochastic RSI for a double bottom. So just like I showed you on HBAR's price chart, where we break out or we just bounce into resistance, then we see a double bottom right here, which is a higher low. Then we confirm another bullish cross below 0 on the stochastic RSI right here on the 2nd of January 2021. And then we break to the upside for a break of a range, form a new range, resistance all the way up here. You can see that right here in January to like 32 cents. And then we see a back test of the previous resistance as support. So this is resistance. Now it back tests it as support, and then it tries to hold that range. And you can see the same thing happened again. If I zoom in here, we can see right here after the 22nd of January on the stochastic RSI bullish cross, the stochastic RSI attempts to make a recovery, massive fake out, one more bottom, then break out to the upside. So the price chart breaks out back in this area as resistance right here. New traders come in, they start buying this breakout thinking that it's going to recover. We just simply get rejected from this descending resistance right here. We form a double bottom that was pretty much an equal low. And then we see the breakout, and guess what? We see a back test of that resistance as support right here on the 30th of January, while the stochastic RSI is above 20, confirming the bullish cross. And then we make the next move to the next major peak of the market, and we rinse and repeat it again. And we come back down on the left-hand side. We back test the previous resistance as support until inevitably the bull run is over, and then we go into a bear market. So on the right-hand side of the screen, we've just seen the first major breakout, and this coincides with the Bitcoin stock to flow rainbow indicator during the yellow phase. The yellow phase is the most parabolic, and we just started the first breakout of the yellow phase. And so what we're going through right now is the consolidation phase that's very similar to this consolidation phase right here on the left-hand side of the screen, or this consolidation phase right here. I mean, it looks almost identical. Even if I were to trace the chart from the breakout high to the all-time high for the market and put it over on the right-hand side of the screen, it would look like this. And if I pair it right up next to the chart, it's almost identical, guys. So we could be very close to another massive breakout in the market to form a new range. And then all we do is just exactly what I shared with you before. See the resistance right here on the 24th of November? This would act as support. We bounce off of it, hold it until we break out, form a new high, come back down, back test the previous range until we're at the end of the bull market sometime in quarter 3 and quarter 4 of 2025. So I think XLM is going to go higher. I think HBAR is going to go higher. And same thing with XDC. You know, we're going through a consolidation phase very similar to what we saw happen all the way back here in 2021 before the next major breakout. So the fact that we are not in this green color code right here on the Bitcoin stock to flow rainbow indicator that I'm turning on and off for you right now is a great sign, in my opinion, that another breakout is inevitably going to happen before we see some type of blow off top and bear market come. So there's not too much for me to share with you about XDC's price chart because it's just simply, just like XLM, just like HBAR, going to follow Bitcoin and the rest of the altcoin market with the blast off phase right here. And so when we see the tide rise, so do all ships, and that comes with clear regulation, clear rules of the road. So that way the fastest cars, aka made in America cryptocurrencies, ISO compliant projects, can pass the competitors on the freeway, the ones with the most utility, the best engines, the best drivers behind the wheel. You know the drill. So very similar to what happened with this pullback by March of 2021 for XDC. We saw the RSI peak out here at like 92 on the 14th of February at roughly 3 cents. And then we saw a higher high at 4 cents. Well, the RSI pulled all the way back to like 46 right here before bouncing to the upside on the next major breakout upwards of 14 cents. And then we just came back down to backtest the previous resistance as support when we transitioned from yellow to green by May of 2021. So I think that's what's coming next for the altcoin market, is the next major move for XDC. And plus, we can see that the RSI peaked out here on the 19th of November and formed a lower high right here on the 19th of January, while we are forming a higher high on the price chart in January, very similar to the higher high right here by February, March last bull run. And so with this pullback for the relative strength index sitting at 43, I would expect there to be a bounce to the upside with the next major breakout. We form a new high, and then we just come back down to backtest the previous resistance as support. And then maybe we see either a higher high for the green phase in the market cycle, or it's a lower high. Either way, you just have to be ready before the bear market comes in, and you have to catch this major move. You do not want to be buying the peak of this major move thinking that it's just going to keep going up because of what I'm sharing with you right now. We see the breakout happen fast. Look at this. When XDC broke upwards of 3 cents on the 16th of February and then rallied another 34%, whoop-de-doo, who cares, 14 days later, look how long it took before it broke out. It took like 44 days. So these consolidation periods are lasting a little bit longer just because it takes more liquidity to be injected to move the markets. But look at how fast the breakouts take place when they finally do happen. Once XDC broke the high on like the 4th of April, it only took 11 days to rally, nearly 200%. So these consolidation phases are grueling. They are boring. Look how long this consolidation phase was before it broke that high again. It took 120 days. And then look how quick it happened once the breakout took place to go to a new high. It took 13 days, like 2 weeks to rally another 150%. So when the breakout takes place, going all the way back to last bull run, even this bull run, look, it's happened time and time again. Long, boring consolidation, nothing's happening. Quick breakout, long, boring, grueling sell-off, massive, fast, quick liquidity injection. So this is just orchestrated sell-offs designed to shake out retail so they can buy up your bags. And even if we see this consolidation go for much longer to coil up here, when liquidity gets injected, bam, you only have like 2 weeks to prepare before the next major breakout takes place. And you will see over the next 3 to 6 months what's going to happen. So the best entry points for projects like this happen when everyone's leaving the market. For example, XRP, look at on the monthly chart right here what happened after the major breakout back in May of 2017. XRP went upwards of 40 cents. I've showed this in so many videos. 214 days of consolidation, and then whammy, in one massive green candle, upwards of $2 to $3 in a month or two after that. So if we just measure from the recent all-time high for XRP, what that would look like, 214 days. And by no means am I saying that it's going to take over 200 days for this to happen. It could happen at any moment, but that puts us into August of 2025. So the longer that XRP consolidates below the all-time high, the more that you can accumulate. Shift your mindset. I know a lot of people, they want XRP to just go up now. Well, why would you want that to happen if you don't hold millions of XRP? If you don't, you need to accumulate more. You need to figure out ways to make more money. And so, for example, that's why we're sharing with you guys the ERC program that you can get started with as an affiliate, Or if you have a business or multiple businesses, you can benefit from this to be able to get money back in your pocket to invest in the crypto market. So click the link in the description below. We also have a funding option for you guys as well too, to scale your new or existing business, real estate portfolio, crypto portfolio, or other passive income opportunities with as low as 0% interest and no collateral required. And it takes less than 60 seconds to apply now to see if you qualify. Just insert in how much funding you're looking to obtain, select which best describes you. You own a business, or if you want to start a business. Even if you don't want to start a business, you want to grow your crypto portfolio, just select I want to start a business. And then what is your monthly income or business revenue? And then you can see the other details on this page right here. But applying will not impact your credit score, and responses from the team will be in less than 24 hours. Because when we look at these two charts right here, this tells us all that we need to know on what's about to happen next. Bitcoin at the top on the weekly, XRP to the US dollar on the weekly at the bottom. And so back here in 2013, Bitcoin peaked out pretty much at the exact same day that XRP peaked out. It was at about $1,000. XRP peaked out at 6 cents. And then all through the bear market and early stages of the bull, XRP's price was suppressed. As you can see, this descending resistance right here. XRP couldn't break out until Bitcoin inevitably decided to decisively clear its all-time high. And so after Bitcoin barely breached like a whale or a turtle coming up for air to go back down one more time and to then flop above the water, on that breach for air, when Bitcoin took a breath and came back down right here on the 20th of March, that's when XRP made the move up to the high. It happened really fast. So while it took Bitcoin from the bear market bottom on like the 12th of January, over 770 days to get up to the all-time high, while XRP was staying suppressed that entire time, from right here, it then took XRP only like 70 days, 2 months to go up to the all-time high to catch up with Bitcoin. So right now at the top of the screen, you guys can see XRP consolidating right below the high of 2017, similar to what Bitcoin went through from the 1st of March until the 1st of November, consolidating below its all-time high. Then Bitcoin made a major move in 1 month up to the $100,000 level. So I think that's what's coming next for XRP, for XDC, for XLM, HBAR, even Cardano, Solana, Sui, Chainlink, Ondo, other major large cap projects, is a massive move to the upside into price discovery before the next major correction and consolidation in the market, like what happened here for Bitcoin. Bitcoin just does it first. And if we look back to the last bear market and bull run, when Bitcoin peaked out at 2017, XRP peaked out, by the 1st of January right here, then went into a bear market. And when Bitcoin got up to its previous high on the 23rd of November and consolidated at it for a little bit, XRP actually made a move with Bitcoin when we transitioned from orange to yellow. And then of course the lawsuit hit. So XRP's growth was stunted that bull run, and it didn't pass the high, and it topped out, at rough almost $2 right here. Whereas Bitcoin went on well beyond its all-time high. XRP's growth from that corrective low post lawsuit happened from overseas exchanges, like Japan, you had the Middle East, etc. They were all buying it up because they could keep XRP listed, and United States exchanges couldn't. So the reason why I say this is one of the most important charts to look at, Bitcoin's dominance, is because the Bitcoin to the US dollar price chart only tells us part of the story, whereas Bitcoin's dominance tells us all of the picture of what's coming next for altcoins. Because when we pair it up with the Bitcoin halving cycle profit indicator right here, which tells us when the profit is starting, when the best time to take profit is, and when the best time to stop taking profit ends, and we just pair that up to where we are now, and then we also put it up to the crypto total market cap excluding the top 10, this is others, you can get a clear picture on the chart of what happened last bull run. See, Bitcoin's dominance peaked out right here around the end of December, and then we saw it sell off, and then the profit start flashed for green right here. We consolidated for a bit, and then we saw a drop off of the shelf, while others broke the all-time high and rallied all the way up here by May of 2021. So the profit start just flashed right here on the right-hand side of the screen, and we have been consolidating into this right now. So in my opinion, I think a breakout is coming soon, leading into March and even April of 2025 before the next correction takes place. And that would look like Bitcoin's dominance inevitably finding a peak and rolling around to the downside before the profit end comes in. And that's marked in at the 27th of October of 2025. So it's no coincidence that ISO 222 standard goes live globally, across all banks by November. In my opinion, the best news usually comes at the top of the market and the worst news comes at the bottom. So what is the best news for the crypto market? Clear regulation, global banking takeover with the ISO projects, altcoins going parabolic, Bitcoin's dominance dropping to the downside while altcoins are breaking out to new highs. Everyone is so bullish. Crypto's being talked about everywhere. Your taxi driver, your hairdresser, your family's asking you about crypto. Right at the peak of the market, and then massive crash comes in. Everyone's screaming super cycle, where here on the Bull Runners, we just look at the facts and the charts. So I don't think we've seen the real altcoin breakout yet because Bitcoin's dominance is still at 61%. And look at where Bitcoin's dominance was right here, and look at where the altcoin market was back here before the major breakout after the profit start in green flashed. So just get ready, guys. The next major move in the market could be right around the corner. And even if we see the altcoin market consolidate for a little bit longer, yes, we could see a sell-off further to the downside in the short term. That's where the best deals are going to be found. That's where you're going to be able to back up the truck all the way to the bank, grab the bags, pack them and stack them, and leave no bags left behind to make the most amount of money possible. For example, our research team posted GOAT on the 13th of October of 2024 when it was right at a penny, and since then it rallied to over $1, 5,000%. That's like turning $1,000 into over $50,000. Our team called Pendle at only a $16 million market cap, or 16 cents, back on February 18th of 2023, all the way back here, and since then it's rallied up over 4,000%. That's a 40x. It's like turning $1,000 into over $40,000. Our team also called BitTensor Tau September 15th, 2022, before the token was ever even launched. And since then, Tau has rallied over 2,000%. That's a 20x. Our team even said Solana is most likely to be one of the easiest trades next year, and this was posted December 29th, 2022, on the day that Solana bottomed out at around $8. And since then, Solana looks like it's up over 2,500%. That's a 25x. It's like turning $1,000 into over $25,000. The list goes on and on and on. Our team called Sui, Ondo, and even some of the biggest cult-based meme coins like MOG back in July 20th of 2023, the day that MOG launched. So if you want to learn how our team is finding these altcoins before they explode, we just launched Altcoin Pro University, where our research team gives you real-time altcoin picks with explosive potential for this bull run, along with 100+ expert curated classes crafted by industry experts to discover these gems yourself, on top of our live weekly calls every single week for in-depth crypto market analysis and daily updates. And that's just a fraction of what we offer inside of Altcoin Pro University through the link below. And although we make no guarantees because crypto is definitely risky, guys, this is only $97 a month or $970 a year. If you want to save $194, getting 2 months for free and unlock some exclusive bonuses, just go through the link in the description below. Get in right now. Watch the 26-minute video covering everything that Altcoin Pro University offers to help you become the first millionaire in your family tree, if that's a goal of yours. And you can get started through the link in the description below right now, or you can go to bullrunners.com to take advantage of the bonuses we're giving you before they expire. Everyone is loving the community. They're loving the education. They're getting access to real-time altcoin picks first before we ever make videos about them. So click the link in the description below, watch the video, and I'll see you on the inside.